Welcome to the GenX Pole Arts podcast, Fit, Fierce, and Fearless. I am Zen, also known as Nancy Adzentovich, the founder of GenX Pole Arts. I am happy to be launching this podcast where we are going to be celebrating the strength, resilience, and potential of women over 40 in the vibrant world of pole dance. I'm excited to embark on this empowering journey with you guys. And each week, we will connect with inspiring women who are redefining what it means to thrive in their 40s and beyond. From incredible stories of personal transformation to tips on building strength and confidence, we'll explore the boundless possibilities that pole dancing offers for self-expression and empowerment. Whether you're a seasoned dancer or just curious about the journey, there's a place for you here. So grab a cup of coffee, a sparkling water, whatever turns you on, and get comfortable. Let's celebrate the incredible power of women who are embracing their passions and pushing boundaries at every age. All right, now let's dive into today's episode. Okay, welcome to Fit, Fierce, and Fearless, episode 45. I am Zen. Hello, everybody. Today I have a really special and unique guest, and I'm really appreciative of Stephanie for taking time to come out, taking time out of her day to be on the podcast with me. Thank you, Stephanie. It's so fun and exciting to me to see you because we haven't seen each other since July. Was it July? It was July, right?
Yeah, I believe it was July.
Stephanie, yeah, we met when Stephanie came to the GenX Intro to Movement and Pole Dance workshop in Newburgh, New York, which if you are a regular listener or watcher of the podcast, you heard me talk about it leading up to it, and you heard me talk about it after it. She came to the first one. There's been two now. And I invited anybody who's been to one of the workshops to be a guest on the podcast. And Stephanie is the first one who has agreed to do it. And I thank you so much. So just so you guys know, I haven't talked to her about it as like a warm up or anything. So she could say something good, bad. I have no idea. You're welcome to say whatever you want, Stephanie. And I will not be offended or anything in any way. But welcome. I'm
Thank
going to let
you.
you introduce yourself.
Okay, my name is Stephanie, and as you all know, we met at the workshop. I saw this ad come up in the Facebook feed, and I was like, yeah, I want to try this, right? Because as I told you about my story and my journey, um, I was in a situation where I couldn't really be my individual person. So after I left that relationship, I really went forward with myself and wanted to do anything and everything because there was like no restrictions for myself now. So I
Yeah.
saw that and I was like, I got to try that. And I didn't even like say anything to my friends, like, come and do this with me, because it was something I wanted to do for myself. And I was
Yes.
just very curious about it and different type of fitness as well.
Right. Yeah. You came by yourself, and it was interesting. I think there was a group of friends who came from a local yoga studio, and then there was yourself, and I think two other people who didn't know anybody else, or maybe you and one other person that didn't know anybody else. Um, but you just were very brave. And I always say anybody who comes to the workshop is really brave because, like you, it's women who have never done it before, and you're taking a chance. Like, it just sounds
Mhm.
interesting, right? But you came in and you had a strong gym background, and I think you had won an award at your gym like recently, right before you
I
came.
did, yes. So my gym has yearly competitions, and this past year they did an inside out.
Mm-hmm.
So it was a 12-week competition to see who built the most muscle.
I
And
love
in
it.
12 weeks, I built 6.9 pounds of muscle. So I placed first for my age category, which, by the way, I'm 56.
Amazing.
And,
Congratulations. That's a lot
thank
of
you.
muscle to
And
build.
I place first overall for female, so it
What?
paid off for me. Yes, I was pushing hard, like, I was there every other day. I was pushing until the night before the competition. So,
Amazing.
yeah, it was good. And even if I didn't place like that, I finished the competition, so I would have been a winner anyway. So,
100%. And I love that kind of a mindset, right? It's so important. And I really appreciate what you said in the beginning when you introduced yourself too, that you were in a place in your life where you weren't able to just do the things that you wanted to do and be yourself. And so when you finally got into a point where you could do that, you just went for it. And that was what I mean,
yeah.
I it kind of is how I got into pole too. Not that I wouldn't say that in my marriage there was like a rule and a restriction that I couldn't do certain things, but I didn't feel like it was okay for me to. There was like maybe an unspoken kind of a rule, maybe in my situation. And then I became a widow. So it was kind of like all of a sudden I was like, oh, I could do anything I want. I'm like anything in the world, right? It's kind
Mhm.
of like a weird feeling when you're faced with that, and you're in your 50s and it's like, wow, well, what are the things that I want to do? And then I was like, oh, I
Exactly,
guess I'm gonna
exactly.
try pole dancing.
Yes, yes. I did find it was, intimidating because you always see these thin, fit women on the pole,
Yeah.
and I'm like, well, can I do that or can I do that?" And then when you said, for the mature woman, I'm like, "Yeah, I'm gonna do that."
Yes.
I had my challenges with it. I did do 2 sessions back to back at, Casa Pole. So,
Uh-huh.
I did learn some moves. I was still intimidated.
Yeah.
I did receive some pole kisses, so to say, around
Oh
my
yeah.
ribs.
Yep. And for those of you who haven't started pulling, that's bruises.
And I was like,
Bruises.
"Yes," and I felt like I did an accomplishment because I got a pole kiss.
That's so funny. I mean, we all feel that way. Like we take pictures of them. We're like, look what I did. I got this. It means I was working hard and doing new things. Oh my
And I
gosh.
was very transparent with, like, my inner circle, and you know what? And I also posted it on my Facebook. So,
Okay.
if you didn't like it, you can just keep scrolling because I'm doing me, myself, and I.
I love
And
it.
this is what I'm doing right now. And I'm having fun. And then some people are like, oh, you're going to be a stripper? I'm like, no, I'm not going to be a stripper. It's called pole fitness. Okay. Get it correct.
Yeah, people always have their judgments. And I think, um, and sometimes it's the people with the judgments who surprise themselves the most when they actually open up to the idea of it. And they're like, oh, this is actually kind of cool or fun or whatever.
Hmm.
But I love that you put it on your Facebook. So, okay, so you came to the workshop and you did great at the workshop. I remember you were
Thank you.
like hesitant about putting the shoes on, I think,
Oh,
weren't
yes.
you? Yeah. And
Yes.
I got you to put the heels on. You wore the pleasers because I always bring pleasers in a bunch of sizes to the workshops. And then you didn't want to take them off. And because you work out at the gym, your calves were so beautiful. Like I think I have a photo or more than one of your legs in those pleasers with your calves just beautiful, muscular, strong,
Hmm.
I think that seeing yourself in that way as a woman in your 50s, 60s, whatever, if you're not used to seeing yourself that way, it's shocking, but in a good way. It's like you
Yes.
realize how powerful and strong and beautiful your body is.
Yeah,
I think we kind
absolutely.
of get detached from our bodies as
Hmm.
we get older and go through life, and especially menopause and perimenopause. My body had so many changes. I was like, I don't even recognize my body. I don't like it. It looks weird. But then you see like, you know, images or you see yourself in the mirror in those shoes and it's like, wow,
Yeah, I saw
Actually,
when I spun around the pole, or I should say walked around the pole, I was like,
yeah.
"Wow, look at that calf definition." I was like,
Yes,
"Yes."
that is what I'm
And I
talking
remember
about.
I went in like, a full shirt and kind of like almost full leggings, and didn't really realize that I should have had my skin exposed so I
Yeah,
could be grabbing that pole. But
yeah,
as I built more confidence, my clothing got less.
yeah, as usually is the case. I
So
love it.
I understand that why we have like almost naked people on the pole, because
Yeah.
you really needed to grip.
Yes, exactly. So okay, so you came to the workshop, and then how long before you started going to you went to like the pole one um
It was immediately,
sessions
because
immediately?
yeah, because Cassandra had the first session. I think your workshop was on Saturday, right? If I'm not
Hmm.
mistaken. It was
Yep.
Sunday. She was starting her.
You went the next day.
Yeah, I went the next day.
I love
I
it.
was so sore. I was so sore, and I'm like, "Oh my goodness, I think my arms are gonna drop out of the sockets." But I pushed myself, and that's what you have to do. So,
Yep.
I couldn't believe, like, how strong I got, through my shoulders and in my
Hmm.
arms. And I remember there was 2 or 3 different occasions, like, I'm walking through the store and, like, my posture's, like, back, right? And
Yeah.
some dudes come to me and be like, "Yo, you lift weights?" And I'm like, "Yeah, my body weight."
Yes. I
And
love
they're
it.
like, "I can tell." There was
Mhm.
it was a compliment for some guys to, like,
Absolutely.
checking out my posture. I'm like, "Yeah, okay, yeah."
Yeah, because not only were you building strength, but there's a confidence that comes with that. And it
Mhm.
does make you walk in a taller, more proud kind of way because you're feeling strong in your body and it creates a strong mind body connection where yeah, you're not going to be walking around with your head down. Like you're proud, like a dancer, you know.
Yeah,
You can see it in your carriage and just the way you move through the world. And
yeah,
that's one thing that I want women to understand too, like when you do pole, it isn't just about getting stronger and having fun, which is a huge part of it, but it also affects you in the rest of your life and just your day to day, your
yeah.
confidence at work and
Your
how you talk
confidence,
to others.
definitely your confidence. Yes, and it pushes you out of your comfort zone, and it gives you growth. And a lot of
Yeah.
people don't realize that. So when you're uncomfortable in a certain situation, you're just allowing yourself to grow.
Yes, beautifully said. Beautifully said. So you went right away the next day. Oh my goodness. So yeah, you must have needed a solid rest period after 2 days back to back.
Yes.
Um, what surprised you the most about the experience of the first session that you did, like as you went through it?
Well, first and foremost, I have to say the support, the encouragement from Cassandra, and I mean, even with your workshop,
Hmm.
you just made me feel so comfortable. Like, you can do this. All women's of shape and sizes. It was a very extremely comfortable atmosphere, and that just carried over with Cassandra's. And so that
Amazing.
was first, being comfortable there, and then just getting my strength, building the strength, and having little pep talks with her. And
Hmm.
I did have some barriers, and I still have some barriers, because there's some awkward moves if your body is not
Oh yeah,
accustomed to moving a certain way.
sure.
You're going to be like steel, and you're not going to have that flexibility. So
Hmm.
did I conquer all the moves? Absolutely not. Did I conquer some of the moves? Absolutely. So
Yeah.
there's still more time to grow. So I'm on like a little pause now, but
Hmm.
I'm gonna try another session
Good.
next year with her. So, and she offers other
Good.
classes too. So I do want to try like a dancing class
Yes, you should
before
definitely
work.
do that.
Yeah.
Yes, you should definitely do that because um, that's where you just get to feel like juicy and in your body, and you're not
Yes.
so much worried about like the strength and the tricks and stuff. I think
Mhm.
you would really enjoy it. I know this time of year is really hard to get to class and do anything with the holidays. Plus, most people have like end of year work stuff and then family and blah, blah, blah. So it's hard from November to December to really stay dedicated to it. But I love
Yes.
that you're going to go back. And thank you for saying that the workshop made you feel comfortable, because that's my goal, right? I want to come in, bring women in who would never have thought they would have done it before, show them what they're capable of, let them surprise themselves, and
Mhm.
then hopefully they sign up and take classes at the studio, and then I go someplace else and do the same thing, and just leave a bunch of newbie pole dancers in my wake as I go flutter
Yeah.
around here to there.
Yep.
So
You
thank you
did
for
it you
saying
did
that.
an amazing job, an amazing job.
Thank
So,
you, Stephanie.
you're
That
welcome.
makes me feel like I'm doing the right thing. I'm doing what I should be
Absolutely.
doing.
Absolutely, you are.
Yeah, amazing. Thank you. Um, so is there anybody in your circle of friends who have been curious enough to come to class with you, or are thinking about trying it, or is
So,
everybody on the other side of the fence?
initially, I had 2 I'm gonna say 2 to 4 people who were like, "Oh, where is this at? When is it? Da 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 da." Right? So, like, I was tagging them in a lot of posts and trying to
Mhm.
share her content, to bring more attention to it because I think it's a great idea. And my 2 closest friends are like, "I would have done that with you." So when you had your second workshop, I
Yeah.
tagged them. I was like, "Now is your time. Just go. Just go
Yeah.
try it." And I don't think that they did. But, there's always people always have curiosity.
Yeah.
Okay, so are you going to have the confidence in trying to go do it, So it's the 2 C's. So
Mhm.
you gotta get yourself there.
Exactly. Yeah, you have to actually take the action and do
Mhm.
it. And sometimes that is the hardest part. I know, like I've been curious about pole dancing and stripping and all of that, like probably ever since I knew it existed. And I was like in college, whatever, and I saw a stripper and I was like, wow. I just was like, I don't know. It wasn't anything I ever could consider doing, but I was amazed by these women that just had the confidence to do what they were doing and just be there and just looking sexy and dancing and being on the pole. And I was like, wow. But I guess I didn't really realize that it was something that you could do if you weren't a stripper. And I didn't realize there
Mhm.
were classes and competitions and all of that
Right.
until I took my first class, and then I realized, oh, this is a whole thing that's not just for young women who are working at a strip club, which I have plenty of friends who are working in the clubs and beautiful dancers and instructors and studio owners. And I love that. But I feel like that ship has sailed for me at my age. Like I'm not going to be a stripper. Nobody wants to. Anyway, I'm not going to put myself down on my podcast, but you know what I mean,
You
but so
shouldn't,
it's,
you're beautiful,
oh, thank you.
and your
But you know what
body's
I'm saying.
rocking, girl.
Thank you. You're embarrassing me. Um, but the fact that I can perform and I can compete and I can just every day just go to the studio and get on the pole and learn something new is just, I don't know, it brings me life. It's very life affirming to do something like that. So I try to encourage as many women in our age group, like, come on, just you're curious about it, just do it.
Do it. Yes,
It doesn't
yes.
have to be scary. I'm trying to make it fun and accessible and,
Yeah.
just not
And how
intimidating.
and how much more accessible can it be? I mean, you're doing the 4-hour workshop, so it's not like they have to make a commitment and sign up for the
Yeah,
6-week class.
right. Yeah, it's an afternoon. Make it like a
Mhm.
girls' night out with a couple of friends, or, I don't know. The last workshop in Newburgh, a woman came who was a new mom, and she wasn't in our age group, but she brought her mother-in-law who is our age, And it was so cool to see the two of them together, experiencing it together. And now they're doing Cassandra's sessions or programs or whatever. What is it called? Like, the
Classes?
level one. Yeah, the classes.
Yeah,
Yeah. So it's
that's
just like
great.
sometimes you do need a buddy or somebody to help convince you that it's okay to try it. But
Yes.
I'm proud of
I've
you for
been
coming in.
I was there at one time in my life where I needed to have somebody to go with me, but, when my life changed 5 years ago, I'm solo, so I'm just
Yeah,
relying on myself, so I just gotta do what I gotta do, and,
I love
I
it.
in the past, I did try to, like, pal up with some of my friends, but either it's like last minute thing, they can't go,
Mhm.
or they want to sit and they want to talk during the whole session of, you're trying to work out, and I'm like, we just got to go. Come on, let's just get this done. I'm like, stop talking. So I've learned to, just pretty much fly by myself and just go
Yeah,
do what I need to do.
I love it, and that's how you're gonna continue to have such amazing experiences. Because if you see it, you go for it. Is
Yes.
there anything else that you've done, like, since, or during these past 5 years that, was something that you just were curious about and you just went out and did it?
No, that was the biggest thing. I've been a member of the gym for 5 years now, and before I
Mhm.
went to the gym, I did Zumba for 2 years,
Uh-huh.
and then I saw the pole fitness, and that came up. But what I would love to do is like that aerial bungee, the bungee cord thing. I would love to
Yes.
try that.
Yes, the one where they're on their feet, but they're, like, bouncing and doing different
Yes,
things.
and they're flying and
It
upside
keeps coming
down.
up.
Yeah.
Yeah, it keeps coming up on my Instagram. The first time I saw it, it was one that was supposed to be funny. It was like bloopers or something of people in those classes. I was cracking up. I was like, "What on earth is this?" But since that time, I've seen more of actual like classes, and I'm like, "Wow, that does look like fun." Because there it is like weightless, right? It's kind of like a
Yes.
trampoline, except you're being pulled up, so you're supported. It just looks like fun. Is there anything around you? Any of those places around you?
No, not in the immediate area.
Yeah.
Somebody I tagged, like, I did a highlight on my Facebook page, and they said like the closest one is in Albany. So
Oh,
that's like an hour and a half for me, but
yeah.
we need one in this area.
Yeah. Tell Cassandra, maybe she could do an add on.
In the basement.
Yes, yes. Oh God, that would be so much fun. I think I'm probably going to come back and do one more workshop in this like March time frame. So if you
Okay.
want to let anybody else know, and I have to talk to Cassandra about it, but I'm planning to do like almost like a level two. So if you've taken the level one, you could do a level two, and it would be like spin pole, not just. But you've
Okay.
already done the classes with Cassandra, so you don't need the intro. You're beyond
Right.
intro.
I am beyond the
Yeah.
intro.
Yes, you are. So what's been your favorite thing, that you've learned? Trick or combination or I don't know, move?
I think the first move that I had was the wave on the pole at the
Oh,
workshop. I
yeah.
think that was my first favorite thing. And
Yeah.
then learning the hook.
The knee hook?
Yeah, the knee hook was
Uh-huh.
cool.
Uh-huh.
Um, and I mean, there's so many different things. I don't remember all the
Mhm.
names. I even took one of the chair classes,
Uh-huh.
and just getting up on the chair and like hopping up and grabbing and then sliding yourself down backwards.
Yeah.
That was very intimidating, but I did it.
Yeah, good for you. I love it. I love chair too. Chair is really fun. I like anything. I'm not a great dancer without an apparatus. Like I'm not good with a partner dancing. I'm not good because I don't follow very well. But I like to dance with like a chair or a hoop or a pole or a prop or something. Like I like to have, I don't know, an apparatus. So chair and pole together, I think are fun, like you're
Yeah.
describing.
Yeah,
Um,
definitely.
do you now own your own pair of pleasers? Do you have
N
shoes?
no, I don't have shoes.
You didn't. Okay. If
I
anybody's
didn't.
listening and would like to get Stephanie a Christmas present, pair of pleasers, size what size were you? Were
10,
you a 10? Yeah,
10,
same as me.
yes.
Size 10, go for it. You DM me and I'll get them to her.
Thank you. No. Merry Christmas
Um,
to me.
exactly. Yes, you should have a pair of shoes. So where for anybody who's listening or watching who is kind of where you were 4 years ago when you were realizing that, you had this freedom and you weren't sure what you're going to do. And you see a thing about pole, like, I don't know, like what would be your advice or just looking back, what would you tell yourself? Would you do anything
Oh,
differently? Would you? Yeah.
I would tell that person just to go for it.
Yeah.
Um, so when I left my marriage, I didn't have any tattoos and I got my first tattoo. And my
Mm,
first tattoo is "What if?" And
okay.
you don't wanna ever leave yourself thinking or wondering about opportunities or possibilities that pass you by. So
Mm,
if there's something that you wanna do in life, just go for it. Don't let anybody hold you back. Because
yeah.
if you're in a relationship and that person really truly loves you, they're gonna support you and allow you to do what you need to do.
Yes. Yes. You're going to make me cry. I love it. I think it's beautiful and true. And I think I don't know, so many of us, at least our generation, I think the kids, because I'm a mom and I have teenagers and whatever, and I just see how they communicate with one another and how they set boundaries and how they have relationships, friendships and romantic, so different than our generation. We didn't have really a lot of emotional intelligence. Nobody talked to us about communicating or setting boundaries or anything. And so I don't know.
We were free birds.
We just did what we did, and then I feel like, some of us got stuck in situations where we were like, not, don't know how to get out, don't really know how you got into it, and it's like, it just doesn't feel right for me. Like it's just holding me back, right?
Yeah,
So I love the tattooing. I love that you did that. I love the what if,
thank
and
you.
I'm a big believer in that too. And part of the reason why I do what I do now, because I don't ever want to be, uh, in some point in my life where I can't do what I want to do anymore. And I'm thinking, wow, if only I had done it when I could,
Yeah,
I think
absolutely.
we're so much more capable than we think in every area,
Mhm.
not just physically,
I
but I
agree.
think, start a business, write a song, paint a picture. Like you can do whatever you
Mhm.
want. Like, go for a walk, go skiing, I don't know, snowshoeing, just try the thing, jump out
Yeah,
of a plane.
exactly. Life is too short because tomorrow is not promised. So you
Yes.
gotta you gotta live your fullest every day. And that is something that I've learned like over the past 5 years. Like it's all about me and I gotta do it.
Yeah, because nobody else is going to give you the life you want.
Right.
Nobody else is going to make your life exciting and interesting. So it's like, oh, so that means I have to make some different choices
Hmm.
that I've been making. Like, if I want my life to be like that, I need to choose the things that bring that to me. The
Yes.
excitement and the play and playfulness,
Hmm.
and also people. Like I for me, when I got involved in pole, all of a sudden I had all of these friends and this big community around me. And the longer I'm in it, the more that community grows, because and I travel, and I meet people like yourself at the workshops and other studio owners, and online on Instagram, there's such a huge, and on Facebook, such a big pole community. And then that's opened up for me from not just pole, but now aerial and, hoop and everything else. And that brings such a richness to my life. It's just all of these other people, who otherwise I never would have come across. And I
Yeah.
can't even imagine now my life without all of these people and all of the things that we share virtually and in person on a daily
Hmm.
basis.
Yeah, absolutely. You just took me down a rabbit hole, but
Yeah, okay.
Cassandra hosted, it was a student appreciation one time, and it was
Mhm.
nice to see how many people attended, and we were all at different levels, and her, like a lot of the instructors were there too to support the event. So it was a nice event to see everybody and still being comfortable in getting on the pole. Now it's a different type of pole because it was like on that
The
platform
stage.
thing outside.
Yeah, yeah, the
Yes.
stage pole.
So, which is very intimidating because it's not that stable. I mean, it's stable,
Right,
but it's not. It's
right,
wobbly.
it moves,
So,
yeah.
yeah, it was nice to see everybody, taking a spin, so to say, on the
Mhm,
pole.
mhm. I love that. I love that she did that. Yeah, the stage pole is its own thing. I have one. I don't love being on the stage pole because it feels like it's not stable. It's not going to tip over, but there's some play in it. It rocks, it moves back and forth, and it makes some things more difficult because you don't have the same, I don't know if it's torque or what it is when the pole is very rigid and it's spinning. But I love it because you could go outside and it's there's some feeling of freedom when you're outside in the air and the sky and just spinning on the pole like you're saying. And I saw on
Yes.
Instagram some of the recap that Cassandra posted after that event. It looked really lovely, really fun.
Yeah, she did a great job with that.
Cool. So what else is coming up for you? Are you still doing the gym also?
I am still doing the gym, and they actually just posted their 2026 challenge.
Uh-huh. Are you doing it?
So I am leaning towards it. I have to
Okay.
see because I'm going to be having surgery next year. So I have to see like exactly where that's going to be and how that would take me out of the competition. So
Yeah.
I got to work out those little details first.
Okay.
But I go all the time on my own anyway. So
Good job. Good for you. You are so
thanks.
inspiring. Yeah, you're amazing. I love it. And you're super
Thank
strong
you.
because of it. Super strong. And you just look like very happy. Like I can see it from the inside, not just on your face, but I can feel it from you and in your
I'm
words
very
too.
happy. I'm a very positive person. I don't like to be around. I don't attract that negativity. So it's like what you put out in the universe, that's what you want to receive. So I have a great circle of friends. I have great supporters. And I'm just really blessed for the people that have crossed my path in the past couple of
Yeah.
years.
Oh, I love it. I'm happy for you. You deserve
Thank
it.
you.
You
Thank
deserve
you.
it. Yeah, you're welcome. You're welcome. Is there anything else about your pole experience or the workshop even that you want to share with people who are considering?
Um, no, I think that's pretty much it.
Yeah. The bottom line is just go do it.
Just go do it. Yes,
If the
just go
workshop
do
comes
it.
to your area, do it.
Yes,
Take the
try it. If you're
class.
on the fence about it and if there's a workshop, definitely check it out. Um, and if you do sign up, I will encourage you to make sure that you film yourself so you could
Hmm.
see your progress from week 1 to week 6, because you
Uh-huh.
would be amazed like how well that you will do. And don't get in your headspace. Okay,
Right.
don't put up that wall. Don't It's not I can't, I won't, I shouldn't. You just say I can, I will, and I must.
Absolutely. I love it. You need to do some life coaching for people, Stephanie.
I
I
do.
think you'd be good at it. Yeah. Yes.
Oh, thank
Yes.
you.
You're
Thank you.
welcome. You're welcome. All right. Well, listen, I'm so honored that you came to my workshop and you took a chance on me and what I was offering, and that you found it to be worth your while, and that you stuck with it for as long as you did, and that you're going back. So
It means the world to me. And it also means so much. And I appreciate you so much for taking the time to do the podcast. Because I know that's also something that is out of most people's comfort zone, because we're not all doing podcasts every day. So yeah, I just appreciate you, Stephanie. I really,
Thank
really do.
you.
And I want
I
you to know how
appreciate
important you
you.
are. Yeah. Aw.
Thank you. And thank you for the invite because, now I could say, "Oh, I did do that."
Yes, now you've been on a podcast too. Look at these things you did in 1 year. It's only been 6 months and you did all these things, actually. Okay. I can't wait. So maybe we'll check in another 6 months and see what you've done in the beginning of 2026.
That sounds great.
I would love
It's
to
a
do
date.
it. All right. Stay tuned, everybody. All right. Well, on that note, I'm going to wrap it up. If you guys have questions, please just leave them in the comments of the podcast, or you can DM me. If there are questions or comments for Stephanie, I'll make sure she gets them. Do you have, I don't know if you have a poll account on Instagram or anywhere that you would want me to put in the show notes, Stephanie, do you?
I don't have a poll account. I just have a personal Facebook account.
Oh, well, that's something to do for 2026. Start your poll account. That's where you put those videos that you're talking about so you could watch your progress.
Okay.
All right. No pressure. Okay. Until then, everybody, thank you for being here. Thank you, Stephanie.
Thank you.
Thank you for joining me on this episode of Fit, Fierce, and Fearless, powered by GenX Pole Arts. I hope you feel inspired by the incredible stories of strength and resilience that we shared today. Remember, it's never too late to embrace your potential and unleash your passion. If you enjoyed this episode, please, I would appreciate it if you would take a moment to subscribe, rate, and leave me a review. Your support really helps me to continue to uplift and empower women over 40 in our pole dance community and beyond. Don't forget to connect with me on social media for more inspiration and updates. I'd love to hear your stories and share in your journey. So until next time, keep dancing, keep shining, and remember that your strength knows no age.